Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a insane game. This is going to be. It's a Mettlestate group match between White Rabbit Gaming and Origin Esports, two heavyweights of the Call of Duty community in South Africa. It's gonna be one insane game. We'll just go through the lineups quick. And the guys from White Rabbit, you've got Lord Hypz, you have Trexxy, FanBoyz, Trigga, and I'm missing one that is. I'm missing one. Trixie? Trigga? Fanboy? Oh, and obviously Keegan's. So, an insane lineup they have. And then, obviously, from Origin, you've got Lil Fearless, Enigma, Eros, LordLau. And I'm missing one there as well as he joins. Nope, that was the captain of White Rabbit that joined just there.
Indeed.
So, guys, yes, it's going to be insane game, but there's a game to follow as well. That will be a VS Gaming Cup 1 elimination match. But before we get to that one and before we get to this game, Edgi, welcome to the stream.
Hi, thanks for having me here. I cannot wait for this match. This should be more balanced than the matches that we've had so far.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be possibly map 5. I would like to see one of those. But if we look at the lineup of both teams, I'm looking from Origin, Eros and Lil Fearless, two of the legends, you could call it, of the KwaZulu community, been here a while. And then from White Rabbit, I just want to see our boy Hypz go off with that sorg. We now insanely good he is with that sorg in hand, and we've seen the clips on Twitter. We'll see if we can bring it to this game. But just have a look at the maps that we will be playing between these two teams. We're going to start off with a double Hacienda. That is Hacienda Hardpoint and Hacienda Search and Destroy. Edgar, looking at that first hardpoint on Hacienda, what's both teams looking at doing perfectly?
Well, first off, make sure that your ICR is doing the right thing, as in actually anchoring, as in walking over your medics and sub players so that they can get to the hill. Because this map has a lot of long hallways, a lot of long sight lines. For example, on Wamble Hill, the second hill, and on the third hill, when you have to watch the back from connector, those are places where your ICR needs to be on point.
Yeah, on point and needs to be on both those maps. We'll then see a third map played on Seaside Control. Sorg's gonna run wild on that map, I can guess. But before we go any further, the map has started. We're ready to get this game underway. I'm gonna talk predictions quick before we start. 20 seconds before we do. Edgy, I'm edging it out for White Rabbit in this hard point. I don't know if you got the same, but guys in the stream, get your predictions in the chat and let me know what you think. Scoreline, Edgy.
250, 195 WRG.
250, 195. I think they're both going to reach that 200 point mark. I think it's going to be a 250, 235, possibly somewhere around there. But we're going to start it off with Lau.
All right. As the players go over to get top control, I think that in this hill, it's actually more important to get top control than to actually go for the hill, which is what both teams are doing right now, which is actually perfect play. They've learned that from the pros. As you can see, 3 players from WRG going over on the rock, trying to get some trades and get open control and top. They have that at the moment, so they just jumped into the hill, and now they're stacking up quite a few points for the first hill.
Sharpie was just evading some shots there by Eros, missing almost all his shots. But you can see Sharpie working the hill and getting out and getting in. He's just your typical player that needs to slay people out with that Maddox. Throws a stun over and will be touching Eros there, but he's got his help on the left. If he sees Loyal, yes he does. He picks him up, turns around, tries to get Eros, but doesn't. But he's on a streak and they need to stop him immediately.
Yeah, they do. But as we look towards this rotation to the second hill, we see that WRG is actually hitting the back, making the good play. There's 4 people there, which means that if they win the trades, they have both spawns and hill control. But LordLau just gets a good 2-piece, followed up by another player. But everyone from WRG spawns close because they cleared out the other players.
Yeah, well, if we just bring up the minimap, we can see 3 players of Origin pushing the back, and 1 that is Eros pushing the front. We'll see if he can make it count if we jump on board with him. He does get the 1, and that's a perfect break from Origin with 30 seconds remaining on that hill.
Indeed, I'll just rotate it from WRG. We actually see Ward Hypz spawning in the back. Number 4, number 2. Now the whole team's going to spawn there because number 7 there pushed up from that well area to the fences, and so that back spawn was clear, which is actually a very smart play, which means that, well, Origin is going to have control of the spawns and maybe the rotation, even though they have less numbers.
Yeah, WRG doing a good job so far, getting their way into the hill. It was Origin with the upper hand from that start, getting the early rotation, but it is in the hands of White Rabbit at the moment. And I'm waiting to see if we can see White Rabbit not having control on Plat, and that's quite a scary thing, as we know how easily you can take control from Plat side.
Indeed you can, but, well, Origin is doing a great job holding the hill for now, winning the trades. Eros just picks up another one on Trexxy. Can LordLau pick up 2? No, he actually cannot pick up a single player, unlucky for him. But 26 seconds, look who's on rotation already. Players number 6 and number 7 from Origin. They already have the open side, and as you can see by the minimap, that team is spawning right there on the open side, just taking control of that last hill.
Jeez.
And, well, WRG got the scrap time. They're up in the lead, but all it takes is a really good hold from Origin for them to be back in the game.
Yeah, it does, and WRG just needs to watch out for the rotation. Origin's beaten them to it every single time, and it's going to show soon. It's not easy to break every single heal. Trexxy is running in just to, put some shots away, but unfortunately not the right thing to do, as Origin's still in control. Player number 2 is going to play a big role now, jumping up, does not even get one, just some shots into people, and you can see majority of the kills being red on your kills. Kill streak there on the left, or what do you call it?
Kill feed.
Your kill feed, there we go, your kill feed from the left. And as Sharpie is literally the only one thus far breaking that 10 kill mark.
Indeed, and well, as I was saying, Origin got a really good hold on this hill. They managed to get the lead now. But as we look at specialists now, because it's time to get them, we see that Sharpie as is. Hypz is close to his gravity spikes. Fearless almost had his Annihilator as well. The crash has already been used for Origin, but has it been used for WRG? Not yet, so we'll see that later in the game. But as we go towards this first hill, we see that Origin is still in control of it. They're trying to back down the players from WRG from getting there. They are not successful in doing that, so the hill's going to be contested. Hypz picks up a huge kill. Can WRG hold this hill and the rotation? Because they hold that side now. All they have to do is hold the side.
Yeah, and if we just have a closer look at the teams, both teams not opting to use Tempest. They both went for the use of Vision Pulse, of Recon, and we'll see how both teams tend to use that. But it's going to be interesting. Only kill streak or only weapon specialist we have is your Annihilator and your what you call it again, your
gravity spikes.
No, your gravity spikes and your grenade launcher. Obviously Trexxy picking
up. Oh my god,
Trexxy there with that, and it just shows you how lethal that grenade launch is.
Yep, teams need to realize that at this sort of time of the game, when it's let's say 70-70, people are going to start getting their war machine, so they need to start switching their classes up. Just put on that black jacket. But as we go into this hill, it's only 30 seconds left. WRG was broken at the start, but they broke back. Now Trexxy has streaks due to his war machine play and a few more plays around the hill. And this game is not going to be even. It's going to be a 20-second difference. But with these streaks, I'm thinking that WRG can take control of this next hill if they decide to use them.
Yeah, they just need to play a close-up game yet. Flat almost picking up 2 there, but Sharpie yet again showing the gun skill right there. He needs to take control there and then call out to Trexxy with the streaks just to get or open the hill for them. I don't know if he will invest them. He's going at the back. Well, no, he's going to stay with Sharpie. And at this point, I'm thinking about using your streaks.
Yeah, I definitely am. They should have used it just on the rotation, but FanBoyz is using his Annihilator. Can he find something more than one kill? Because WRG just broke into the hill. He gets streaked out by Trexxy's Hellstorm. And now WRG has control, still. Still 25 seconds left on this hill. Their Origin is going to have the rotation, but is that really important considering that you just used an Annihilator? Well, the good thing is, they haven't used their War Machine yet. Royal still has it, but FanBoyz has his crash again, so in 2 rotations he had 2 crashes. He just used it as well. Hypz still has his gravity spikes. Sharpie still has his Annihilator, so if we're looking at specialists, WRG is definitely at an advantage right now.
Yeah, a little fearless here in the corner, playing a sneaky corner, almost getting Hypz as well, but that's a good break, I would say, from White Rabbit as they come streaming in. And the gravity slam used on one person there, well, gets him back for it. But White Rabbit so far doing a good job taking control. Sharpie had the Annihilator out, couldn't make it count. But it is Hypz now picking up his game. He's -9 at the moment. We don't usually see that from him. Well, as he goes on, controls it. He's on a 5 streak, only 5, literally an assist. Oh, he gets it for sitting in hill. And I think that's most teams actually mislooked at. It's like, if you sit in the hill and you get that clock counting, it gives you some points, as LordLau absolutely destroys Hypz there.
Yeah, he does. The Sharpie gets it 2 kills to break it back. Now this hill is going to be contested for the rest of it. As with that kill, LordLau just got his that 2-piece actually. WoW just got his crash. WRG used their crash a few seconds ago. So right now, all the specialists that you have is, well, Trigger's about to have his vision. Eros has his vision already. And Enigma just uses the graph spike, I think. With a 3-piece, oh my god. That's 4 kills down. They just need one more. They just need to find FanBoyz. And they can start pushing on this spiral area. But they decided to just hold it, and they're not doing that.
Ooh,
in my opinion, they should have just pushed it. Yeah, vision pulse popped.
Vision pulse is popped. And now Trigga needs to play his life so it can help his team even more. He does now fall. But if you're looking at Enigma on a 4 streak, is someone you need in your team just to go off, get those crucial kills, as he does just there. Now on a 5 streak, as he wants to get Sharpie as well, does just that. God. 175 points away. He's gonna rotate. He's got his teammates there. He's screaming, "Give me initial, give me initial!" As it doesn't look like his team is gonna get out of that hill.
It doesn't. But if I'm him, or if I'm Origin, I just literally let Enigma get. He got 50 points off of that. There's 25 off of his lightning. Can he pick it up?
Yeah, there we go.
If he picks up his chopper or sniper's nest, I'm not sure which it is because the icon is the same. This game is practically won. All Origin needs to do here is have a good hold, streak out the next hill. Enigma does get taken out in the process, which means that everything that I just said, just forget about it. It just means that, well, this game might go to the 4th hill, here to this rock hill at the end. If Origin doesn't have a solid... They shouldn't be trying to break this right now.
Yeah, I don't know what Sharpie tried there, trying to get in the Blixen, but couldn't get it. But rotation is going to be key again, and look at Origin yet again. They first there. FanBoyz is going to play a big role now to see if he can maybe stop the push from Origin. They know exactly where he is. Score streak being used. Enigma getting 2. But FanBoyz has some streaks of his own. There's 3 players from White Rabbit that can still make this count. Sharpie picking up 2 again. Make that 3. 37-24. He wants one more to clean sweep this team. And you can see just with his score,
Trexxy
more than a minute in hill and still gunning.
Yes, let's talk about that play on rotation. That score streak call. Never call that score streak there. Your teammates are still holding the spawn in the back. The hill is rotating. That means that your enemies are going to be spawning at the next spawn of the next hill to give you control. And now look at the score. WRG is just... Well, they spawned on the next hill. The 2 players from Origin that were there lost their gunfights because they're playing a 2v5. And now WRG should be getting control of this hill. It's a 2v1 on this hill.
I don't know, it looks like Lord Hypz is running some hurdles around over these fences as he gets him there. They're only, 15 seconds away from taking the score streaks is called in, but rotation is over. Player number 5, the whole White Rabbit team, for the first time gets rotation down. Sharpie has his Annihilator out, does not pick up one. He needs to pick up. They're contesting at the moment. Can't get Eros there. Eros plays a big role there. Does fall of his own.
More
2 streaks yet again used. Origin is in heal. They need to clean up immediately, as only White Rabbit only 8 seconds away from taking this first hard point. It is close, ladies and gentlemen. Is White Rabbit gonna walk away with it? LilFearless is just ducking and diving, getting one, getting the second as well with some help. They can still, oh, they unfortunately can't win it on this hill, but they can definitely take it from 2-1, and White Rabbit is in. They need to stop him. It is still player number 10 that is loyal, that can make it count. He does use his grenade launcher. 5 seconds, and the rotations are going to come down as we're going to see another mid-hill fight.
Indeed, this is well, crashes in pop from WRG, by the way, and this is the last hill that we're going to have in this map. And well, WRG just takes it, and it all comes down to the misplay from Enigma calling his Hellstorm in on the rotation from that Wambo hill to that third hill at fences. That play cost Origin the game. It cost Origin the hard point.
Yeah,
because
it's just always so difficult if an opposing team has 2, 3, 4 streaks of lightning strikes. It does clear the hill with ease, and if you can get those initial pushes where the enemy team tries to get away from those lightning strikes, it just makes it so much more easier. But as I said, it's gonna be close, and I think my prediction is literally 2 or 3 points off.
Yes. Well, it seems that Wild did disconnect during that game for a few seconds. That might have had an impact. That obviously had an impact, actually, when we rephrase that.
Yeah,
but still, if it wasn't for Enigma's streak misuse, I truly believe that Origin would have won that on defenses hill.
Yeah, just another thing to look at, that both teams' Annihilators didn't do anything for them this game. If LordLau 39-25, well, let's just look at the Annihilators. 40 and 27 from the one Annihilator from LilFearless, and then from Sharpie 52 and 24, dropping that 50 bomb. And guys, 20 points between these two teams. I knew it was going to be close, but WRG just edging it out at the end there. Was crazy, that 2 last hills. But if you're giving streaks away like you did for WRG, it's just going to bite you in the rear.
Indeed. Now, as we're moving towards this S&D, what do you want to see? We're still staying on the same map, so we're playing Hacienda.
Yeah, looking at the maps that I just brought up there for you guys. The following maps: Hacienda, Search and Destroy. So we're staying right where we are, just changing the mode. Then a Seaside Control. Now, this is where I see Origin getting back into this game, is Search and Destroy. They've got the 2 veterans from Eros and LilFearless, so they got the knowledge, and it's going to come forth, and they need to get those first bloods. I can't lay more emphasis on how important those first bloods are to get. So they just need to capitalize, play together, get those trades, get those first bloods, and they can most possibly take this away from White Rabbit.
They definitely can. I think that S&D is more a game of not in this game. It's not how smart you are. I mean, you can be, pros have said this, you can be making the wrong play 4 out of 6 times and you still win because you just, in this map, I just recommend hitting whatever bomb site you'd like and getting mid control together with your team. Don't just play split. Don't have one player watching over one bomb site, having another player watching the other one, and then just trying to pick up kills that way, because most of the time teams will be sticking together, and you'll just get first blooded and sometimes out rotated to a site.
Yeah, and that, like,
what do you want to follow?
Yeah, let's actually jump on board with we'll see quickly if anyone has streaks, or not streaks, sorry, a sniper in hand. Let's go to Sharpie. Fearless. Let's jump on board with LilFearless. Oh, he's got the thermal sight on there as well, so the man is pushing out the strats.
Won't be seeing much though because WRG is hitting the B bomb site.
Yeah. See them maybe getting bombed
Yeah.
down immediately.
Sharpie, don't challenge, please. Just jiggle it.
Yeah, we
Look at number 3, Trigga on the water. Can be finding first blood. Yes, he does. Finds it on oil. Can he find Eros? And Fearless? I puts them both, but he can't find anyone.
Yeah.
FanBoyz does find one.
White Rabbit's playing extremely cautious at the moment. They're just pushing up, trying to get one. He does push up. Eros! Damn, Sharpie brings the gun out. That Maddox, it's all up to Hypz now. This is the man that can do it for his team in a 1v2 situation. Bomb is down. Origin should know where the bomb is. Unless Hypz decides to jump off, I don't know.
Hold up. Why is this a 1v2? WRG at full B control. They decided to not even put the bomb down. They got first blood, then got traded. Got a second kill on FanBoyz. FanBoyz got a kill on somebody else from Origin, and now it's a 1v2? Boys,
Yeah.
put the bomb down, hold the site, watch your pinch, you're good. Don't stress.
WRG just played it a bit too aggressive. The attacking team, when there's no need for you to push further than the bomb site, and it just shows you there that it's not necessary to do that.
Definitely wasn't. Well, as we go into the second round, Enigma found 2, Fearless found 2, Eros found 1, but he's dead. So those are the only 2 people that are on streaks. Enigma and Fearless. Now we're seeing Origin do the same play that WRG just did. Let's just see if they can do it better.
Yeah.
Again, they have full B control. Look
Bomb.
at them planting the bomb, being all cute and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what White Rabbit needed to do, as Origin perfects that. Now they just back off. As I said, no need for pushing up too far up. First blood coming
They
in
pick up
from
the
Loyal.
pinch. No, no, what is that? Please, you have full side control. Just hold. Uh oh, Trades are gonna come in WRG's favor here. Yes, they will. 1v3 for Loyal now. He does need
That
the bomb.
might
So
be
we'll
a
find
very
out.
good nade. Oh my
two.
gosh! Gets 2 with the grenade. It's a 1v1 situation, and
GG's.
you're definitely counting Loyal in for this one. As he just falls, but the timer is on his side. Almost making a big mistake there, White Rabbit.
Yes, they almost did. They almost did, but Loyal ends up clutching up for Origin. That's all that really matters. He found 3 kills that round. 3.
Hypz, what a fish. And what a player for WRG, as he gets LordLau there as well at the end. So a good retake from White Rabbit Gaming. And that's something they need to look at the whole damn time. They just need to get to the bomb quicker. And now if I jump on board with, let's see, let's jump on board with Hypz. Does he have a sniper in hand? Yes, he does. So just let's stick with him and see if he can pick up anyone today.
Interesting choice of attachments from the Mozu. I haven't seen people run quick draw yet on it. People usually run long barrel and speed reloader.
Yeah, look
Well,
at number
first
4.
blood does go in favor of Origin. Hypz gets a hit marker. Will he get taken down? No, Trigga's there for the help. Trexxy finds 1. Still a 3v2 situation for Origin now. 1v3 for Hypz now. Can he get it?
No
I
way
doubt it.
from behind. Origin playing a perfect search and destroy so far. Their pinches galore. They're watching their flanks. They've got it down to a T. And White Rabbit thus far have no answer to them.
Yes, they don't. They've just... I don't know. I just don't know what's been happening. Like, this 2-piece? Okay. Maybe it shouldn't have happened. But still, Origin found first blood. They decided to push together and they capitalized on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on board with Enigma. One of the players that some people have in their top 5 category of Maddox players. So let's see if we can live up to that. He's now going to just be cautious at A. There is a White Rabbit guy up close. That is Trexxy. Jumps over the wall, does get in, but a trade comes in. It's 1 guy down from White Rabbit. Make that 3 down from Origin, so they need to make this count 2v4.
1v4.
Make that a 1v4, and this might be White Rabbit's first one on the board, and it is.
Yes, it is indeed. Players weren't aware, or the Origin players weren't aware of the fast push that happened on the left. That ended up with WRG getting first. Eros decides to push into this part of top middle. FanBoyz does catch him out, and then it's a 2v4 at that round. At that point in time, the Origin players are just trying to find picks and just push up the map. They can't do it. Well played round from WRG. If I'm Origin, I'm not pushing through top middle on a flank when I'm on offense. I'm just not. I'm just putting the bomb down, having two people watch connector, having one watch the flank, and having two people watch the fences area.
Yeah, we can see this time WRG doing the same thing, but this time Hypz with an ICR in hand. First blood coming to the side of Origin. Shots putting into Eros there. You barely see Hypz running an ICR player, usually a Saw player, but Enigma very close there. Timing, I think he had some insane timing, but it's all up to Hypz yet again to make something happen. So 1v4, I'm not feeding streaks, I'm getting off this map immediately.
Yeah, maybe. Now that it's a 1v3, it's a bit more possible, I guess. But again, WRG went to A on their offense. They had nobody watching their flank. 3 players from Origin just flooded up middle, knew that there was going to be no pressure there, so they pushed up into the spiral, and then to flank, and picked up all the kills they needed to. It was just easy pickings for them. And at that point, when you play that slow at A, and you don't put the bomb down, and you don't have map control, it's just very, very hard to hold A when you're getting pinched from all angles, and you're not watching all of them.
Yeah, I'm just finding it quite interesting to see White Rabbit is sticking together, but the trades aren't coming in. They're getting picked off by Origin, even if they're that close. So something ain't working. They're not watching the right lanes, or they're not calling out the right spots, but WRG is just not getting the trades in at the moment. If I jump on board with the attacking team that is a little fearless, he's running the Maddox double quick draw, elo, and stock. Let's see if he can find something going top mid.
Let's see. And look at your scoreboard now. Look at your specialists. Nobody has them yet at round 6. Which is, well, it's actually quite normal. But with the way that this game is going, it definitely feels like Origin will be getting their specialists at least Crash and Gravity Spikes next round.
Yeah, just have a look at how passive Origin is playing this round of Search and Destroy, and White Rabbit themselves, they've learned from their first round mistake not to push up further than the bomb, and they just playing it so passive. As player number 6 now, Enigma, is pushing up on A and it's going to get the bomb down. White Rabbit possibly gave the call out, but player number 10 is loyal, and they need to watch out because he's going to come in from behind.
Yep, you will most likely find one, maybe even 2, with the help of Fearless. Well, does not get anyone, but Fearless does get Sharpie. Bombs down for Origin. So while all this is happening, these 2 players, or now it's only Fearless, that were at the back, they're just wasting time. Look at 25 seconds. WRG hasn't made a push towards the bomb. Enigma has his gravity spike. Will we use them now? I would. Cannot find a kill on Trigga. So 2v3. Now 1v2, and LordLau cannot get the kill on Hypz.
Yeah, no, a better retake from White Rabbit, I might add. They got the trades in for the first time, and it did count in their favor, as it's a good round played from White Rabbit. I was just thinking that, yes, they saw Origin playing it so passive. Why not just hang back a bit more and just wait on each side? And obviously, if you're getting that bomb down, get your players over and always watching the flank, because you know one of Origin players are always going to come from behind.
True. But at the same time, the Origin players that did flank, LilNato didn't find the kill that he was supposed to, because if he found that kill, that would have been Origin's round 100%.
Yes, 100%.
Crash has been popped by Origin, by the way.
Yeah, 200 health now for Origin. They need to make this count to take this this search and destroy from 1 round away from taking it. Sharpie still in there, can't get loyal, but Trade's coming in, loyal picking up 2 there. Is he going to find another one? Yes, he does, with a nice blitzum. And it's all up to Trigga yet again, trying to do something. Loyal duck and diving, can't get the kill. And at this point, Origin just playing it slow again, as Trigga needs to get the bomb planted and take out 3 players.
Exactly, and Origin is completely aware that the bomb's down, just looking at their setup. This round, Origin decided to go for a 3 mid push into connector, which usually doesn't work because connector is a very narrow place. But, well, they stacked it out. The nade from Trexxy got one, but it didn't help his team that much, especially with the crash that Origin was running. And, well, the trades came in for Origin. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, a good round played by Origin again, but look at Loyal. Man, he has the reaction time of a god.
Scum.
Damn, that was good. But now, White Rabbit looking down the barrel and looking at a 2-5 scoreline, and you want to turn this around immediately. The only player thus far doing something for the team is maybe Hypz with 7-5. But I'm gonna jump on board with Eros. He's 1-6, and his team is still 3 rounds up.
Indeed, they were so close to finding that first blood. They're playing over towards that mid area. LilNato's already pushing up. Trigga will find him though, because he pushed up alone. And since he pushed up alone, there's no trade at all. 4v5 in favor of WRG. Loyal does have his War Machine and another cluster nade. WoW is now dead, and there's 2 gravity spikes in play at the moment as Origin goes for this B push. Be careful with Hypz on the flank. He just got the worst timing possible.
Worst timing possible, but
Fearless.
Yeah. Ooh, almost getting there as well, but Enigma was trying to get the bomb down. White Rabbit now only leaving Eros to make his fight, but he is 2-6 currently, getting that 1 kill. It's doubling his score for the first time, getting another. Is he gonna make this count? Someone is very close on his left. He does. Almost finds him.
Just quite a regular. Enigma was on bomb alone, had his War Machine, had his nade, didn't toss any of the. Lost his life there, right on the B bomb site. Yes, he was facing 2 players, so that makes sense. Heroes here decided to not help him. I don't understand that play. I just don't. Maybe he was still in water. Maybe he was going towards that back shed, and they couldn't help him because he didn't have line of sight on the WRG players. But still, that's a situation where you need to react faster and help your teammate out, because that means side control. That means an easy 2-piece from the back.
Yeah, crash pop there for White Rabbit. They need to make this count, as the bomb is going to go down now from FanBoyz, getting the bomb down. But Origin has the push down, a gravity slam coming in there from Hypz. Loyal is in the water with Eros. He knows Trigga is right in the water there. If you can maybe pick him up as well. Look at this thermal ICR underneath the water. A great strat going to come down. But it is Origin taking control over the B-bomb site. They need to get the kills there. But good trades coming in yet again. It's all up to Enigma in a 1v2 situation. Can't get the kill. And White Rabbit is fighting their way back into this game.
Indeed they are. I think the only specialist that Origin has now is the War Machine and the cluster on Enigma. And the problem with comebacks in this game is if you're up 5-1 or up 5-2, the other team wins a round or wins 2 rounds, and it's now 5-4, right? Look at the specialists on WRG. They're 1 kill off of Annihilator. They have their War Machine as well, and they have the Tempest.
Yeah, I'm looking at in
This is
with
definitely looking
Fearless
better and better for
can't
WRG.
get the kill there. I was thinking he's going to pull out his Annihilator, but White Rabbit Gaming is getting the trades in for the first time. Trexxy trying to get up LilNato there. He needs the help.
Oh, no.
He does spot LilNato, try and run away. Gets the kill there. All up to Eros yet again, but White Rabbit is going to tie this all up for round 11 on map number 2, played on Hacienda, unless he can pull off a miracle 1v5 situation.
Again, as soon as you spot somebody on A, you have that war machine. Use it. Just clear out those players, get the bomb site control, you'll be at an advantage. But, well, Origin decided to not use their specialists that round, and this is probably going, yep, this is going round 11. And look at the specialists now.
Yeah.
WRG has more specialists than Origin.
This is gonna be the battles of the specialists now. WRG has the Annihilator, so does Origin. They've got the grenade launch on both sides, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to use it. I thought Lil Fearless would have got his Annihilator out there in that round, but did not decide to do that. Now, is Origin going to choke a 4-round advantage, or
Yes.
or are they going to clutch up? Let's see what Lil Fearless can do with his Annihilator when he pulls it out. There we go.
I am mind blown right now. Well, it seems to be like Origin's playing a little bit slower. Look at player number 9, Heroes, being that sneaky diver. Can he find a pick there? But number 5, Sharpie's pretty well aware that he does that. Eros still finds a kill on FanBoyz, does get traded by Sharpie. Players number 8 and 7 from Origin over on that top desk or office area. Bomb's not close to being planted. Number 3 from WRG, just Trigga out there trying to flank. Trexxy just find a kill. It is now a 4v3 in favor of WRG. And of the 4 players that are alive, 3 of them have their specialists.
Let's see what Trexxy does with his grenade launcher if he tends to pull it out. We still have Trigga with the Tempest. Sharpie has his Annihilator, but is that going to pick up anything? It's a 2v3. Advantage Origin. He does see one. Can't get the Annihilator shot out. He's going to get out. But now, Trexxy or Trigga. Oh, that's going to pick up no one. There is absolutely no one there. Tempest comes out, and this is where Trigga needs to clutch up.
He does get war machined by Loyal. It is now a 1v3. For Sharpie. He has already used his Annihilator. Does back up Loyal, but this is not an easy 1v3 to get.
Nope, and Origin comes out on top. And it's yet again the Annihilators that can't pick up anything. It's
exactly.
Most pro players say it's the easiest specialist to play with, and not even one kill comes from it yet again. As Origin cleans up what they almost messed up to take that search and destroy on round 11, map number 2.
Yep.
6-5.
Even on this last round, bad specialist usage from both teams. WRG had the chance to just, as soon as they got first spotted, they had the chance to just win that right there because they knew that the Origin was at B and at desk. So they could have, Trexxy could have just spammed his war machine up there. They could have used their Annihilator there. They had so many things to do and so many specialists to use. And they decided to throw it all away.
Yeah,
this comeback was easy for them.
It was easy for them. They almost let it slip Origin, but they made it count yet again. Annihilator's not doing anything. We did see Trigga, I think or Trexxy, it was lagging a bit there. Couldn't get the kill at the end. But a playlist update that is out now, and apparently the competitive Moshfit playlist is now out to play. So for most of you competitive Call of Duty players, that most of you are in stream, go check that out, because it's the closest thing to League play that we'll get before it drops mid-February.
Yep. Actually, I'll see you later, Dalray. I'm dipping.
Can't go anywhere. You stay right where you are. We're still going to be busy until 12 o'clock tonight, I'm telling you.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, but here's the maps for you guys. We did see the two Hacienda maps played. That first hard point going to White Rabbit 250 to 230. Then that search and destroy around 11 to Origin, almost throwing it away there. But now we're going to see a seaside control. I'm looking at the Sorg plays. We know how close quarters that A side is. We know how close quarters the B's. Every single crossing except mid is very, very close. So we'll see how the teams can dictate what's happening. I'm looking yet again at Hypz with that Sorg and Loyal to see just what they can do. Even Jameen to see if they can make anything count as we join back and start this seaside control.
Indeed. What I'm thinking about the seaside is, will teams recognize the mid game and when to start rotating sites, when to stay, when to not stay, when to stack, when to not stack, and just push up and play for kills? Will teams recognize that?
Well, here it goes. We'll see if they can look at their lives, taking it in account, take their time in account, know when to leave the sites when needs to happen. But it is one apiece. I'm thinking we're 100% going to see a map 5. I just don't know who's going to take that map 5.
Me neither, with the way that S&D has been played so far, which has helped both of these teams have a strong S&D map on payload.
Yeah, let's see now what they can do on seaside control. Everyone is joining back up. Get your predictions in the chat. I can see Sizzles. We've got Colin in here. We've got Space Ranger. I think is one of the managers or a CEO from Origin Esports. So he definitely wants them to come out on top in this one. I see NYX here as well. Yes, there is a competitive MOSFET playlist. Note, not League Play. League Play we're still waiting for, or the whole world's waiting for League Play. Can't wait for that one to drop. But before we even get there, we're going to get this control seaside underway.
By the way, players, check your new custom games camos. There's a new tab called Blackout. You have some they look pretty nifty. But going back onto this game, this series should have been 2-0 for Origin right now, if it wasn't for their choke in the hard point.
Yeah, they had the upper hand. Talking about that first hard point, they were always the first team to rotate. They just gave away streaks too easily, and yeah, they threw it away. WRG count their stars, because this shouldn't be the scoreline, but they did clutch up, almost clutching up in search and destroy. Now we're gonna get control, and damn, I'm looking at Loyal. We can see he has a sword in his hand. We're gonna swap over to the guys from White Rabbit, and we're seeing 2 in their hands from Hypz and Trexxy.
Indeed, we will. Now, which side is WRG going to choose? Because they are on offense. Seems like they're doing a not weird play, but a different play, and going for an A control. All 5 players flooding through the wine area. Yeah. Can they pick up this all crucial first wave of kills?
They're completely outmaneuvering the guys from Origin, but they do get back into that and they do take control. Player number 5 is Trexxy, trying to spawn trap them. Doesn't look like he can, as he's going to get taken out from both sides. And so restart for WRG, but this time they're going to be.
They're going to be hitting B, definitely. It's a 4v3, now a 4v2, now a 3v2, and it seems like WRG, for the moment, will have full control of B. You see player number one already going through middle, just watching it, trying to pick out Origin players flooding, but he does get taken out by Loyal. That was Hypz. Now, with the full stack coming in, WRG easily captures B. It is now all about that A site, but Origin is playing exits pretty well. They're watching all the angles that they need to watch. Hypz just found a huge 2P still to open up the wine area, but the players on the right side of the map, near that B site, fail.
Yeah, can't get the kill there. And I just want to jump on board with Trexxy. Is it him that's lagging this much? Oh no, it is Trigga. We can see he's jumping, gets the kill there, but an assist from his team. And I think this is going to bite WRG in the rear, as they can't. Obviously, you need all your players on a good connection. Sharp is still at the back there, can't get a kill. And Trigga is just playing the mid area and can't get the kill. He's being saved by his teammates. But there's nothing much you can do if you lag this much.
Exactly. Obviously, Wag's a part of online COD. We all know that. Unfortunate that it's happening in this series. This is a pretty important series. I think this determines group control, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, it does. 100%.
This is a first and second game, right?
That's
the game for first and second places.
The winner here takes first seed, the loser takes second seed. As they try and break in, Trigga literally lags his way into the hill and lags his way into some kills there. But Hachi OG, thanks for the host with 12 viewers. Definitely an OG when it comes to the Call of Duty community, as he did take part in for a long while, but now a Fortnite master and streamer. So thanks for that, for hosting. And it is gonna be the last live for Origin as Trexxy gets that last kill.
Indeed, they bounced back from a really bad break that they had over on that A site. Because when you decide to just funnel in through that mid-cut area from the second hill to church, you end up putting yourself in really bad situations, because if the other team realizes that you're doing that, which Origin did to their credit, they can just pre-fire that, find a few kills. The people that are flooding in from WRG into church are pretty much half health all the time, so they're easy pickups. So they end up losing that first wave of engagements, but they then, WRG, find the good wave of engagements on the B site. They can quickly decide to stack it, which is the right, and they end up having enough lives to take control of it.
Yeah, we'll see now. Origin deciding to take control of mid, going to the A site. It's gonna be WRG that needs to break it back, and they do just that with some body shooting there. Trigga saying, I don't need to be on a good connection, I can lag my way into this game.
Origin now deciding to go for the B side. It is all 4 players are there, because the 5th just Trexxy is the only one on WRG there. You see Trigga that's quite pushed up, but number 6, wow, is watching the flank. Does find it, pick on him. If Origin can get this wave, they will most likely get B. All that's left is Sharpie. They just captured B. Now, is WRG going to play exits just as well as Origin did off the start of the game?
Yeah, we can see FanBoyz trying to go in for the kill there at the spawn trap, but could not do it. Fearless, with some great shots, but a team kill comes in there, shooting in from the back.
By the way,
it is.
He just flanked through mid, found the 2 players that were playing exits on Origin. They took them down. And now WRG has full map control, except for that player number 6, LilNato, who's just waiting for his teammates almost at WRG's back spawn. But WRG is just surging up, trying to get map control.
Yeah, we can see LilNato just playing it passively in their spawn, waiting for his team to at least get some kills to push up. He's just still chilling in the corner. And at this stage, I'm probably pushing back to help my team because they ain't getting anywhere.
Yes, they're definitely not getting anywhere. But Origin did find 2 kills. Now going to try and break the A site. It's not bomb side. Unfortunate. But can WRG defend this properly? They find all 4 kills. They just need 1 more on Eros to win the sweep. They do that. And this round is going to be WRG. Look at your specialists at the top right and top left of your scoreboard, of your screen, and you'll see that, well, for the next round, Origin is going to have specialist superiority, but they are down to, well, not yet, because it's not over.
Yeah, not yet.
I'll just use this crash.
And now you need Trigga. Oh, the Trexxy pulls out the war machine, does get 3, and that's gonna be it. 2 players left. Gets another one there literally one guy remaining, and that's exactly what a specialist can do. They change the game immediately, as he's gonna try and get Eros there as well, and does just that. And just before he pulled out that grenade launcher, the war machine, I thought Trigga's or Trexxy's gonna lag himself his way into the hill, but that war machine doing a perfect job in taking out the Origin players.
Exactly. Again, even if that war machine found 0 kills, it would have backed up all the players from Origin. They would not have been able to touch the hill or the point. Now WRG sacrificed some specialists to get there, which means that Origin will have a chance to bounce back in this round if they properly use their Tempest and their gravity spikes on entry.
I just want to see if Annihilator can be used
might
this
have
round.
A comeback.
Annihilator, oh, the Annihilator, yet again the Annihilator
Enigma
doesn't pick up anyone. It's quite surprising.
It's
like
bad positioning from the Annihilator players.
Yeah, just like how difficult is it to use the Annihilator, as player number 8 is causing some havoc there for White Rabbit. They don't know where he's gonna come up. Hypz is gonna give it a shot from behind. He turns around, he wants to find another. He does just that. Enigma, Jameen, making things count. He's 50 away from his lightning.
Again, no use of trophies from WRG this round, and from Origin last round. Did switch the game up, but WRG now trying to take this B-bomb site. They are at a lives deficit, so they are 19 to 26. Hypz does find 2, which might help them in the long run, but it's all about the speed control for now. It seems like WRG is going to get it if they get this trade on player number 6. Yes, FanBoyz does pick up that last kill. Enigma is now trying to help Origin not lose this point. Does find a kill. Got to wait for his teammates. His teammates are flooding in, trying to pick up kills. They are at a lives advantage, so they can just push up and try and get all the kills that they need to. This round should be going in favor of Origin if they play it right. 25 seconds on the clock, but WRG is almost having 2 ticks at B. And it looks like Origin is content in giving them that site and just playing lives.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary for LordLau to be pushing up. He does get one though. A trade should go in from player number 10, that is Loyal, sitting in a sneaky corner there, not spotting him is the White Rabbit guys. But a 7 kill, make that 8 kill advantage for the guys from Origin. They just don't need to get over eager. White Rabbit is literally almost, is 2 kills away, or 2 deaths away from being on his last lives. So let's see what they can do. Player number 1, Hypz, playing it very slow. Eros in his right hand side corner. Is he going to spot him? Yes, he does. Almost getting the kill there. Can't find it as Eros comes out on top. And this is definitely going to be Origin's game.
This definitely should be Origin's game, yes, if the trades go into their favor. Fearless does find 1 as well. Now a 3v12 for in favor of Origin. It will be Miracle. WRG won this round. But look at your specialist progression now. Specialists are quite close on the side of WRG, but they don't have them. Which means that if Origin decide to use their specialists off the break here, we will probably have a round 5 in this control.
Yeah, for sure. And Origin needs to keep doing what they're doing to extend the series. They definitely don't want to go down a map once again and then try to get back into it. And you want the momentum in your side, so they need to come out firing in this next round of control. Let's see what they can do, and I'm going to jump on board with Eros. Eros was one of the players that had a crucial gunfight at Barrels just to stop Hypz's push, as he got that one. But it's going to look like a B push from Origin with Eros checking mid.
Yes, now does Hypz invest in his gravity spikes here?
Yes,
no, he doesn't,
but he doesn't get it.
Fearless. Yep. And now he's going to be halfway. WRG does have kills in their favor. They managed to hold the B bomb site, and now it's going to be a game of lives for them. They are up by 2, now just up by 1. due to some unlucky timings. And with Origin pushing up on the SB side, if they get this game is going to be super
Annihilators
close.
yet again can't find anything. Fearless getting taken out with the Annihilator as he pulled it out. And I just don't know. I think both of these teams shouldn't run an Annihilator.
Well, at this point, it seems to be that way too for me, because they haven't found anything. Like, they find 1 kill max and then just die or just don't find anything. But B Control going in for Origin. They have 2 wives over WRG. They just use their crash. I would advise Eros to use his Tempest here or a War Machine to just try and stack this. But seems to me like they don't do it. Royal did not pull out his War Machine. Origin's just trying to get A control the old-fashioned way, just by gunfight. Can they do this?
Eros thus far has not died. He is on the 3 streak, doing what needs to be done for his team. They are in the hill. I think the War Machine or the Sharpie might just pull out his Annihilator. I don't know. He's in the hill.
Crash.
He's probably thinking about it.
I wouldn't pull it out in this situation. You're super close. That's how you get it wasted. Well, WRG does clear up all the players from Origin, but they're still at a 4-life deficit. If they do manage to win this round, obviously they win the game. But they are at a huge life deficit. 6-9. It's not that bad, but at the same time, like, as soon as you die, you won't respawn.
Eros, oh my gosh, the man
huge.
is beaming at the moment, getting into the hill, cleaning up, only 2 lives left. Sharpie and FanBoyz needs to clutch a 2v9, can't find one, and Origin yet again bringing this game back, and it's gonna be...
Bring this game back. The specialists are pretty even. Specialists are pretty even right now.
Every single map has gone the distance. We saw the hard point 250, 230 to WRG. Round 11, map number 2 for Origin. And yet again, we're seeing control going all the way. I'm looking yet again at specialists. Obviously, I'm not going to look at the Annihilators because both teams can't use them. But I'm gonna look at the War Machine. Trexxy has the War Machine. We have Loyal with the War Machine. And remember, LilNato is all streaked out.
Eros is running trophies. Thank you. Please put them down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. WRG hitting the B site. Does Origin have trophies there? Wow, it's full streaks. He just called in his drone squad. Where's the B control going though? Because if Origin can't hold this, that might spell bad news. Eros with a Tempest now. Finds one. Please don't challenge. Just wait for your teammates. Does get taken out by Trexxy. Well, B control is probably going in favor of WRG now. And it seems to be that way. Just by... Wow. Wow.
Yeah, at this stage I'm giving it up. If I'm Origin, give up B. Concentrate on A. Get your setups in. And it looks like Sharpie might be sneaking up on here. He does spot Eros there, but he will pick up one of the players in the hill. Can't get the kill. He knows Eros is at the back there. He's going to be pinched up. He doesn't know what to do. Just try to get out. But I think both players, I just want to see from the guys from... When did Trigga use his abilities, Vision Pulse?
Yeah, he did. He used it last round.
Oh, did he use it last round? I'm looking at Sharpie.
Yes, at the end of it.
Hopefully he finds something with his Annihilator. We haven't seen any plays from it. And this is probably the stage to pull it out. Does not do it. But good kills coming in from both players. Hypz still in there. Does pick up Enigma. As I said, the Sorg in this man's hand is filth. As he tries to hold upon that. He needs some help from his teammates. And he's got the Gravity Slam as well.
Wow, with the Hellstorm that does nothing. They have Lightning Strike only. But for this A-Hill, they need to get a good wave before they use it. Enigma does find 2. 3, including his own teammate, gets traded out by FanBoyz now. 18 to 15 in lives in favor of WRG. They still have War Machine, so does Origin. They still have Annihilator. Fearless almost has his.
Yeah, yet
and they still have
Trap
Grab Spikes.
up nothing.
Yep. This is going to be these last 2 waves of kills, these good specialist usages. Hypz just got his... Oh my god.
Jeez.
How?
Here it
was
goes.
just fine to trade it back. 3, actually, to trade it back. So, WRG still have no side control. Now with no streaks, are they going to choose to flood wine again? No, they don't. Trexxy does use his War Machine. Finds one, stays alive. Good play from him. Wild pulls out his. And it's battle of the War Machines right now. But Trexxy does get taken down. Pull it out to his Sog. Pull it out to his Sog again.
Yeah,
12
30 seconds.
And then live.
They literally have less than 20 seconds now to get into the hill. I'm looking at Sharpie. That Annihilator needs to do something this time around. 2 players go down from Origin. This is your chance. Annihilator gets pulled out. And here is where you need to find something. Please, yet again. Can't pick up anything, but this time LilFeel is doing something with it.
That might have just... That last wave of kills from Origin saved them the game.
Yeah, and it did. Unless...
Nothing
nope.
anymore.
Origin yet again scraping through this game as they take the control 3-2 over White Rabbit. I don't understand if the Annihilator in the hands of Sharpie can rage.
I don't understand it either, but I guess it's just people are using their specialists when it's operation time and not using them at proper times. For example, if you have your Crash or your Vision Pole, use one of those and use a lethal specialist to help your team. You will find then using them separately. Like, if you're a Crash player, please wait for your teammates to get their specialist. Don't just use your Crash off break because you think you might be able to find kills that way, because most of the time, and especially on Seaside Control, I see this a lot, people pop their Crash. Yeah, everybody has 200 health on their team. A grab slam comes in from the other team. There goes your 200 health. What do you have now? You have less specialists. You have less lives. And you end up having to just play for all those trades to get control of the site, whether you're on offense or...
Yeah, there's no better time than to use your Crash than if your teammate has an Annihilator or a War Machine out. It helps them get extra health. So maybe use it together. Get those communication going, saying, listen, I'm going to pull it out now. Use the Crash if we have it, or save the Crash. I don't have my specialist yet. But Origin is now in the lead 2-1 map count. If you're using that exclamation mark MC, you'll see the map count for this. And the scores, I'll bring you up to date again. That first hard point, 250-230 to White Rabbit. Then a map 2 round 11 went to Origin, and then we just saw this control yet again going the distance. Origin coming out on top, a 3-2 scoreline in that control. But here's the following maps. We're going to see a frequency hard point, and damn, I don't know what to call, where to call this, but or to who I should call this. But we said that first hard point. Origin threw it away. They gave too many streaks away. If Origin play the exact same hardpoint and they just get the trades and they watch the score streaks and they just play it a bit more, or just a bit better, I think they can take this and it's going to be a 3-1 scoreline. So I might just give this to Origin.
I'm giving it to WRG just to upset you.
You wouldn't upset me. We're definitely going to see a map 5, so that's going to be nice.
WRG. Yes. I want to see a map 5. Definitely. But both of the first and second maps could have been WRGs as well. Like, the S&D could have been there. The hardpoint was theirs. The S&D could have been theirs. That was around 11. They just misused their specialist. And so I think Trexxy with the War Machine lagged. And this control... even though it was close in rounds, it just felt like Origin had it under control in the last round.
UI error? I don't know what error that is.
Yes, I also had that.
Okay, but I'm still in the game, are you?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. But looking at this frequency, I'm going to look at those Sorg players. Hypz need to come out huge. He needs to take control of that circle, or most of people call it. But yes, the Sorgs. And I'm looking at the one ICR player on the team just to cover those long points of view. Jumping on board with Sharpie. Or Enigma. Let's stick with Enigma. We'll see what he can do.
Obviously, off the break, 4 people doing a mirror setup here. The teams are both sending 1 player mid. Number 3 does find the mid battle there and does take it. But hill control goes in favor of Origin for now. They sniff out the player on mid that had been called out. They're getting, what, 8 seconds of hill time? Hypz finds 2, which I don't know how he got that. A huge break from WRG. Trigga finds 1 on Eros, meaning that they will have control of the hill for now. They're also holding mid pretty well. Enigma does find a kill on Trigga. But as we look towards these last 20 seconds of the hill, we see that WRG is still holding that spawn, can't hold the hill for now. They were holding that spawn. They are now.
Yeah, look at rotation. Something that we didn't see in map number 1, that first hard point. It is WRG in control with the rotation. But Space Ranger, let's just huge thanks to you subbing with Twitch Prime. And if you don't know what Twitch Prime is, I'm going to try and say it like all the streamers do. But if you have Twitch Prime, it's a free subscription to your favorite streamer. And if your favorite streamer is me, then click that subscribe button right on the top. Yes, that sounds so cringe. But back into the game, and it's WRG in the lead.
It is WRG in the lead. They had 1 solid hold. Can they get the second now? 32-25. Nobody's picking up points yet. They do go back into the hill. Origin is looking just for a strong mid push to try and get the rest of the scrap time, but at the point that they're pushing now, it is considered scrap time. So the 3 players that just died are going to rotate. WRG will have the rest of this lead. Trexxy got caught up pushing P1 or circle, didn't get a kill, which means that Origin will have 1 control for the next hill and hill control as well. But the double of Sharpie and Trigga working for WRG right now.
Yeah, Hypz 9 and 4. I told you he's gonna play a big role as he gets past there. I don't know, Enigma letting him go right past Sharpie, or Hypz, sorry, is hurting the guys from Origin at the moment, taking out the trophy, making his life easier for his team as well. And at this stage, White Rabbit is playing perfectly.
Indeed, they are, but Origin just broke fast. Even though there's 2 people pointing from WRG, they will get... Well, they get caught, they die. Now, 24 seconds left in this hill. Start looking towards this rotation if you're WRG. Make sure that you have a solid one, but it seems to me like WRG is getting out the scrap time, the last 15 seconds. And Origin will be fighting for the next rotation. Now, will they get this? Because these skills are super important here, and the trades come in favor of WRG. They start spawning out Origin on that second hill area. If they hold this, they'll be up by almost 100 points if they get a full 50 seconds here.
Yeah, I just don't understand how Trigga can play with his lag. He's 16 and 5, and he's literally jumping from spot to spot. Gets a look at that! Like how is that a thing? He still gets the kill. He's gonna probably overlap his lightning strike. He might just use it here. Is he gonna challenge that? Yes. The man has some guts challenging that, and he's lagging. 17 and 6. It's crazy to see.
What can I tell you, South African lines, bro? Nothing I can do about it. Now, rotating. Again, first, who has control of it? Origin. Can they hold this? Because this first hill can be a place where you get a lot of points. Will they do that, though? Because WRG last time on the first rotation, they broke it super quickly.
Hypz getting Enigma, almost finding Eros. And just speaking about the gravity slam, I don't know if I saw this tweet on Twitter, but the longer you keep in your specialist weapon of the gravity slam, the larger its radius is. I did not even know that. I was quite stunned when I heard. But Trigga gets into the hill, jump and lagging into that hill, and still gets a kill. And it is this time Trexxy falling, and it's Origin in control with that hill.
Origin control the hill and the spawns for the next hill. Now we see 2 players, 4 and 5 from WRG going on the rotation. The rest are still playing for the scrap time. If they manage to break through this hill, which they do, they might actually be able to break the spawns as well. But it all depends on player number 4 going on the flank.
Yeah, keep an eye on player number 4. Hypz, he's at the back there. Khan almost picking up Eros, but now the help comes in. 200 is popped for White Rabbit. This is their chance to get in. Trexxy with the help there. Origin still spawning at the back now. Streaks coming in. Enigma getting a 2 kills with his gravity slam, and he's going to work on Streaks. 3 go down, but they still get the spawn.
They didn't put enough pressure on it. That's the problem. If you put enough pressure on that spawn, they won't spawn in the back, but they didn't. So that whitening just gave Origin pretty much a free hill break because they all spawned together and they pushed up together.
Yeah,
now that the WRG players are spawning in the back at 20 seconds, Origin players are just going for the rotation, playing it well. But there's FanBoyz at the back of the 3rd hill just trying to spoil their plans. But he gets snipped
Eros, yeah. Eros, smart plays. I think you saw him get it over. So the rotation in Origin hand, and they need to make it count. Trigga is the guy that's going to get the first initial there on Fearless. He says, "You're not lagging past me this time," as he takes him out there. But Origin is getting themselves into this game, and Enigma is starting to pop off.
Indeed. Origin finds a couple of kills backed by Enigma, which got the first 2-piece for the break. 139 to 120 is the score. If this hill goes all in favor of Origin, we'll have, well, they will have them in the lead, but there's still specialists for both teams. And on this 4th hill is where you can use your Tempest, where you can use your Annihilator. Please use it properly. Coupled with your Recon Specialist, your Vision Pulse. Will they do that? I doubt it, but they should.
Yeah, and look at that. It's Origin taking the lead for the first time in this match. Hypz is just around the corner from Eros. They can't spot him, but he gets a good trade in. And this is the fight of Origin to get back into this game. White Rabbit, don't throw it away. Almost taking out there, but the Blixims is coming left, right, and center. Feels like a boxing match rather than a gunfight, but it is White Rabbit in control and looking to regain the lead.
Indeed, they had the first rotation kills. They had a good break. Now, will Origin break back? LilNato and Enigma find 2 kills. Those get traded. Eros finds 1 as well. Sharpie finds another one. FanBoyz kills his own teammate, gets killed by Origin players. Now, 23 seconds.
My gosh.
Origin players are spawning on P1, or were spawning on the first hill. But this hill is about to be pinched by WRG from Sharpie and player number 2, FanBoyz.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye now on Eros. He's close to Streaks. He's got the Tempest. We'll watch his route as he's going to flank all the way around as we reset to you. And War Machine out by Loyal.
Origin and WRG players playing for hill control. The Tempest has been popped, so 2 specialists for 1 hill. But this is a crucial time in the game. If you get there, if you get to those 200 faster than the other team does, you can probably just string together a couple of rotations and you just win the map just by having scrap time. Eros just tagging Trigga all the time on that back elbow area. That's the 3rd time he's been tagged. Meaning that, well, WRG players cannot push up.
It's literally just up, down, up, down, up, down. But it's one of the strats also some pros use just to take them out of the game for a bit longer. But unfortunately couldn't get the streaks there, Eros. The score currently 200 points past now for Origin. They're only 45, or no, 30. Let's make that only, 30 points away from taking this hard point and then closing out in a 3-1 fashion. But WRG is in control and they need to make it count. As Sharpie is out with the Annihilator. For the first time in this whole series, get some kills with it.
Indeed. They managed to break through middle to get this rotation in, to get this control of the 2nd hill. Will they be able to hold the Origin players back? At the moment, the hill's contested now.
Oh no,
Origin has control. Sharpie messed up. And, well, Origin players pushed the back spawn correctly. So nobody from WRG was going to spawn there, but they got kills.
Fearless.
And, well, It seems to be Origin's game.
Yeah,
This seems to be Origin.
Origin wants to close it out. They're 5 seconds away from taking it 3-1, but the gravity slam coming in from Hypz saying no, not just yet, as they're going to rotate to the next hill. But it is Origin set up. Blixem coming in there. Trigga must lag his way into that hill now, as he almost picks up Enigma, and it's going to be all Origin as they take the series 3-1 over White Rabbit Gaming. I thought it would go to a map number 5, but Origin looking incredibly good at the moment, Edgi.
Indeed, they are. They just, on that last second to third hill rotation, Origin did the right way of letting go of the spawn. They just lost those gunfights for spawn control, which means that they will end up spawning on the third as the like 15 seconds of the second hill pop, and you have those last 15. They die, so they spawn on that third hill. And that's good for them because they're already at 240 points.
Yeah, you can see the host already left the game. Just having a quick glance at the scoreboard. No one really from White Rabbit but Trigga and Hypz. I don't know how Trigga does it with that lag, but 39 and 19 he went. But you can see with the heal time, WRG just not getting enough heal time. Yes, they took the early advantage as WRG, but Origin hit back and made everything count, made a perfect hard point, and it was exactly what we saw in that first hard point. They just capitalized on the small stakes. White Rabbit did, and they came out on top. And it went from the scoreline from the first map was played on. If I bring it up for you guys and we can go through them. Hard point, Hacienda went to White Rabbit, 250-230. Then we went to a search and destroy map 2, round 11. On Hacienda, and that went to Origin on round 11. Then the Seaside went to Origin as well. They just had majority of the control, and then we saw that perfectly played a hard point by Origin. Yes, White Rabbit had an early lead, but Origin coming out on top and taking that 3-1. GG's to both teams, but Origin just looking a bit better, more well-rounded. I don't know if they, obviously having a teammate that lags isn't to your advantage, but hey, if he's going, what is it, 39 and 19, I don't think there's really any excuse. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for stopping by. We have another match at 9:30. That is in exactly 30 minutes.
38 minutes.
Yeah, in 38 minutes. And then we have Ventus versus High Five, Clan High Five. And that's for a Cup 1 VS Gaming elimination. Winner goes home or stays home. It's online, so you can stay home. But that is it. GG's to Origin, making it look easy. Had a great game. Yet again, Fearless popping off 41 and 21 with 120 seconds in heal, the OBJ. Incredible game from him. And for now, guys, from myself and Edgi, I'll check you guys in 36 minutes exactly.